Mine don't move too well, so.
Oh yeah, Stacy had shoulder surgery
Tuesday
last week. So yeah.
Superstar.
So she can't backhand me right now, so that's good.
Well, I will. It'll just hurt really bad.
It'll hurt her. So
hurt me worse.
All right, ready to go?
Wait.
You ready? Hey, welcome to the WKN podcast where Dustin likes to change his screens at the last minute. How's everybody doing? These are our hosts. I'll run through that real quick. Yeah.
Dustin.
Stacy.
Yeah, we have no clue what we got going on, but hey, you know what? We got somebody new sitting in the seat with us. Who do we have with us?
What's up, guys? I'm John from Diode Dynamics. We specialize in performance lighting from interior, exterior, off-road lighting, based out of St. Louis, Missouri, designed, engineered, and assembled there. So, yeah, some incredible offerings that some of the cast in here has some of our lights. So, pretty awesome.
Yep, and you all know that I am an ambassador. Me and Stacy both, we definitely like to promote diode lighting, and I've got a bunch of it on my Jeep, apparently. And
do you make it
may be a little too much, but hey, when it's nighttime and we need light, we're gonna make it daytime real quick.
We need it on the RV because our RV lights are terrible.
On that note, we do have some new angled rock light mounts. So that's something we can discuss. But yeah, one of the brightest, if not the brightest on the market, and OEM fit and finish. So big upgrade if you're looking to. We can definitely discuss it.
Yeah, it's a F550, so it's like super.
We definitely need some headlight bulbs for sure.
It's literally terrible. Can't see nothing.
And some window tint if you're gonna be if Tom is gonna be dragging behind you, because I kept having to like lean over to the side. Like we'd be going around the corner or something, and then all of a sudden your lights would peek through this mirror, and then I'd like, oh god.
And that's just the headlights.
I know.
That was just the headlights.
Hey, I mean, even if they're aimed right, being that high up in the air in that Gladiator, it's just hard to escape it.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, the tow mirrors on that thing are freaking huge.
I'm constantly blinding people, and it's like, I'm sorry, especially cars that sit low to the ground, and I pull up behind them. Literally, I've had 3 or 4 people just this last week get mad at me and drive like speed limit's 55. They're doing 30, then end up getting behind me and turning their high beams on. But of course, I can't see their lights anyway because one, I sit so high, and 2, my tent is so dark.
So he turns on his backlights.
So then
I would absolutely, X-ray. Boop.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna high beam me?
It sucks.
Yeah. So.
I mean, that's what Dominic likes to drive the white because of the diode lights on it.
Yeah, I like to be able to see. So, wear your sunglasses.
Yeah.
Get darker tint and wear your sunglasses.
And don't get pulled over for
that. You'll be fine.
Because I would always do that. People would flash me, and I'm like, "Oh, you're gonna flash me," and so I'd light them up.
There's a lot of people that don't have window tint nowadays. That's the first thing I notice is even when you're aimed correct or you're lifted higher, there's so many people just fishbowls, and I'm like, you got to at least get like 20 in the back and legal in the front. It's even.
Or how about you just push your mirror and do that, and it just. That's what it's made for.
That's going to be the next thing for the motorhome, but we have to wait till the title comes in so I can go get the sheriff inspection done before I take it to get the window.
Get it tinted.
Yes.
You definitely want to get that done.
PD don't mess around with tint.
Yeah, I know.
Apparently not.
That's what I mean. We're going over the freaking county clerk with a fresh window tint. Like, yeah, this has to come off. So
no, don't do it.
I'll just have to wait. We'll just wait.
I still got to get mine redone before court. So.
Oh yeah, she has court. What?
2 weeks.
In 2 weeks, December 2nd, for her window tint.
Assholes.
Yeah. So we got to go get that fixed.
Actually, you should just borrow someone's JK doors that don't have tint on them, swap them out for the day.
I have to have proof. I have to have proof it was done.
I mean, I can.
You can take it off yourself.
I'm not. No, they want proof, and I'm not driving my Jeep up there.
How are you going to have proof? Is it you just going to show them the receipt?
Yeah.
But she don't have to have a receipt. She could use a heat gun and take it off herself.
She's going to end up having it redone anyway. We're just going to have it changed out. So
I just feel like you're taking that
Yeah, even if you take off window tint has like a weird glue underneath it that once you start peeling it, it leaves so much film. It's a mess. It's like razor blade central to get it off.
I'm just taking it to them to do all of it, and I'll legalize the 2 front windows. I'm not changing my tint on the windshield. I didn't get caught for that because he can't test it. So just do the 2 he
Well, there you go.
But it's fine.
And there's nothing illegal about the front window at all with tinting on her Jeep. It's not tinted at all.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Never.
This was just for theatrical purposes only.
Yeah.
It's fine. They don't watch this.
That's what you should have, like, these aren't even my doors. I borrowed these from a friend.
These aren't even my doors.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lilo and Stitch on the side, but I'm going to change them out, and it's not going to have a graphic, but half a graphic. I don't know what happened.
I don't know.
And the color of the door is going to be completely different.
Yeah.
We just change out the doors instead of the tint.
Yeah.
We just bought new doors.
It's fine.
It's all fine. It's all good.
Yeah.
Like somebody stole my doors. The funniest thing, I had to buy these. Got them on Marketplace.
This is what happens every week.
And this is why we can't stay on track.
Okay.
Because we
My
just
bad.
run
My bad.
and don't stop because it's just ADD.
It's who we are.
Squirrel, duck, raccoon.
They don't like it. They don't got to watch.
Nope.
Stacy.
Notes.
Oh yeah. Hey, guest.
Hey, John.
I'm here.
So
welcome to the podcast.
Give us a quick little. Hey, welcome to the podcast. Hey, give us a quick little background about yourself and what exactly do you do for Diode?
Yeah, so I joined the team at Diode in I think January of 2021. So coming on my 6-year anniversary. Yeah, I work in the marketing team. Specifically social media. In the recent months, I've taken over our main socials. So really what you see that goes up daily on Instagram or Facebook. But yeah, I've done quite a bit since I've been at Diode since 2021. I was a little more behind the scenes, got onto camera with installations, overviews, product releases. Yeah, and just through the years, kind of taken on new responsibilities. Like I said, the most recent is really managing the main face of our socials to a degree. But probably a year and a half, 2 years ago, one of the big things was the ambassador program. So I helped launch that. I was a part of the original crew. Yeah, Thomas was one of probably our first ambassadors after I think we had 50 early kind of test ambassadors, and then we launched like 100 plus. And yeah, I actually met Thomas personally at Jeep Invasion, which is kind of how all this relationship started, which is really cool. I think he was one of the first ambassadors that was outside of the state that I met. So yeah, other than that,
it took a minute for us to get together too, for sure, because we kept missing each other.
Oh man, yeah. I remember running around. Is it Quaker?
Yeah, Quaker Steak.
Yeah, and I think I was up on the bridge and you were down low, and there were people like, hey, he's looking for you, you're looking for him. But yeah, I went out to Jeep Invasion. I actually went out there. Diode we used to attend it. And then the year I met Thomas, I just ended up going myself. Diode switched where our events were that year, but yeah, that's a little bit of that. But yeah, I'm definitely one of the faces a lot of people see, a lot of people recognize, you know, whether it's an event or, you know, some type of media. It's myself or my my teammate CJ, who's also one of the big faces. Who you really see the most is myself, CJ, and then Paul, the CEO. Those are the 3 individuals that really are like the faces of Diode from a social standpoint.
Yeah, because I know when I first started just really paying attention to Diode from the very beginning, all the videos originally started basically like you. It's always John is on the video, then you'll see CJ, and then occasionally Paul, and then John, CJ, Paul, John. So we basically say us ambassadors is like John is the face of Diode.
Yeah, I'm definitely present a lot. I really appreciate when Paul, our CEO, is on camera. He's very passionate. He's young. He's knowledgeable.
Oh, he's extremely
Yeah,
knowledgeable.
I mean, yeah. When Paul speaks, it's just transparent and to the point. So if you want to know something about a product or just like honest feedback, people and customers and users watching, they listen and they trust Paul, and they do me too. But I'm a very enthusiastic, hands-on guy. And Paul is like, he just lays out what you want to hear right then and there. It's awesome. So
yeah, I've read some of the stuff that Paul's put out on forums when somebody has a question, or especially on the Facebook page too. He'll go in and literally just say, bam, 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 break it down, and then it's like, oh, okay, it makes sense. He makes it make sense, and understanding how the lightings are set up and how the functionality of what each lens does, how each light is put together. It's pretty cool. When we did the ambassadors meet at Diode this year, and just walking through the facility and listening to Paul talk and a lot of the others, um, it was an eye-opening experience to the point where now I completely understand, one, why they are on the higher end in pricing compared to a lot of other lighting. But when you go through the facility and you see how things are done and put together, it makes perfect sense, because they do take that time, energy, effort, and attention to detail to make sure everything is 100% ready to go for the customer.
Yeah, I would say that our ambassador experience was a really great new opportunity we brought. I know everybody that attended loved it. Man, we had quite a few. I think we had like almost 40 people, maybe it felt like
There was a bunch.
30 to 40. But yeah, we had Paul. Yeah, when you guys took the tour, when Paul popped down to the floor and discussed our testing chambers and things like that, that was kind of, we didn't actually anticipate that. I'm just very grateful that he came down and was able to dive in even deeper. And I know there's a lot of ambassadors who attended that wanted to hear what he had to say. It's a whole nother deep dive of questions and information that comes out. So,
And listening to him talk too, you can definitely tell how passionate he is about the product that y'all produce, as well as just the industry in itself.
yeah, that's the biggest thing with us is doing things right and just providing a superior product, bringing superior products to the market. Yeah, that's how it's always been. Is just there's no there's no shortcuts. We try to do it right from the get go.
Mhm.
If there is improvements, obviously we make revisions, we make changes over time. But yeah, it's a very strict and professional path of what we bring to the market. So it's pretty awesome. Yeah, that's pretty much that. Data is like king. Like it's, that's the biggest things, having numbers. A lot of competitors inflate their numbers, put things on Amazon with crazy lumen counts. And we really just try to make it digestible by whoever's purchasing our product, understanding why our product may be more and what you really get with ours. So yeah, we definitely have a lot of education, a lot of data, and so much more. So,
and y'all don't outsource. I think that's a big thing. Is y'all do it all in house? Everything
yeah,
you can, anyway.
Correct. Yeah, we design, engineer, and assemble in house. Yeah, there's definitely some competitors out there that you can buy pre-designed products and then put your label on it, and it's definitely upsetting. It's kind of a misconception, considering we start from the ground up. I mean, everybody has inspiration where their products come from. Like 3-inch pod is pretty standard, and we brought one to the market. But yeah, we've got an engineering team of 15 or 20 guys on the floor of our HQ. It's 70,000 square feet, and you just don't find that everywhere else. It's pretty incredible.
Yep. So give us a quick little kind of a history lesson, if you can, on how it all got started, because I know it's Diode's been around for a while. It's just y'all just recently, within the last 5-6 years, started getting into the off-road part of it.
Yeah, that's yeah, it's been a huge, honestly, change. I'm local, so I've known Diode for years. Before I worked for Diode, I think I even applied to work for Diode as a photographer over like 12 years ago when it was very small. But um, Paul started Diode in college, if I'm correct. It was 2006, and really it started with interior bulbs and exterior bulbs. So, your dome lights, your map lights, your turn signals. And, if I'm correct, Paul was selling some options and knew that he could offer a better solution, do it in house, really just like bump up the quality. And I think it was the first thing that kind of got the ball rolling was, taking an existing product and being the one who has their hands on it firsthand in-house, basically design it from the ground up so you can have a superior product. So even back then, the smaller stuff was, we were bringing some of the best stuff to the market. I don't know if you've ever changed your interior bulbs or anything like that, but you can buy an LED online for cheap and it'll burn out every 2 months. And it's just for frustration, claim warranty, play that game. So we wanted to bring, even though they were small back in the day, it was something you put in, one and done, and be satisfied. And that's kind of followed probably Diode all these years. That's the huge thing. But the big shift was in 2018, the SS3 came to the market. So I think I brought one. I think I had one on my desk. Maybe I wanted to have an SS3 up here. Maybe I don't. I definitely had one. Anyhow.
Yes.
In the corner.
There we go.
I believe so.
I got it.
Oh, he
So
found one.
Yeah,
we
there
have
you
a
go.
few downstairs too already.
So the SS3 in 2018, you had really Baja Designs was the big one. You had Rigid Industries. There are probably some other generic
KC I know is a big brand too.
Correct. Yep. KC. And Diode came to the market in 2018 with the SS3. So this was the big difference that set Diode apart was well, first off, being designed, engineered, and assembled in the U.S. was another big just point. But the big thing that separated the SS3 was we implemented the TIR optic. So this is an optic, which I'll pull this little guy off here. But this is the big difference. Most pods in the market then and even today are just using a reflector bowl, and the light's just reflecting through that. And the way they get the patterns is through a flat, thin lens on the front. This is going all the way down to the LED chip, so we can capture practically all of the light, and our in-house engineering team can shape it and fine-tune it to these incredible patterns with minimal glare and high intensity. So while there's nothing wrong with reflectors, this is just a far more efficient optic that you can get the most out of the product. So this was really the big thing for us. This was just a game changer, switching over to TIR and bringing it to the market. You'll see nowadays there's quite a few knockoffs that utilize this and some other brands that are trying to get on board. But when I started in 2021, the SS3 was a standalone pod, and we moved a lot of fog light kits. That really put us on the map. Was we took our SS3 with, this is actually a fine line optic, we call it. It is the widest fog pattern in the market with the highest intensity. There's some other brands that claim they're higher intensity, but it's really the right in front of the road when you take the hot spot. When you follow the pattern of light all the way across, we remain consistent throughout. So that's where a lot of comparisons on YouTube are a little deceptive is, oh, this brand is now brighter than Diode, which you've got to follow the entire pattern stretched across. But yeah, the big hit was the standalone SS3, and then the fog light kits. Really, we were cranking out when I started. We were cranking out every few weeks a new application, and these just started to trend because there was finally an option on the market that was a great bolt-on plug-and-play option that provided just superior output. I mean, if you get behind the wheel of somebody with just SS3s alone, a fog light kit, your driving experience changes. That was the first thing I did. I got behind the wheel of somebody with SS3 Max as our highest power level, but I was like, wow, I never want to drive without those again. But yeah, the SS3 2018, that was a big shakeup in the industry.
Yep. Yeah, because so when we right after, let's see, I bought my Jeep in when was it? August. Yeah, no, June of 21 when I bought my Jeep. And then one of the first upgrades we did, we were looking at lighting. And I don't know what exactly, I don't remember exactly what captured to where I went to Diode to be my first actual lighting, because I pulled up my order list, and it was November 21st of 2022 when I bought SS3s, my first set. And then she bought me the little 12-inch light bar and for Christmas that same year. And but I think the one thing that really stood out, because being in the Army for over 20 years, at the time it was about 17 years in, we I was looking more for American made products and that kind of thing. And that was the one thing that stood out the most out of all the other lighting, was that Diode was more of a American made in states product that you could buy. And that's one thing that really led us towards Diode. And then so that's why I bought those threes, and then she bought me the light bar, and then the little the light strip, and then just slowly went from there. And then she's the one that told me about the ambassadors program when it popped up. And she's
That's
like,
awesome.
"Hey, we need to apply for that." And so sure enough, we applied for it, and then it's like, "Hey, I got the approval." So then
Awesome.
just went from there.
I love it, man. That's so cool. Yeah, from the SS3s, we were big with our 3-inch, and then the fog light applications. Yeah, from there we obviously knew there were other sizes on the market to tackle. So our engineering team brought our SSC2 to the market. So 2-inch form factor, very similar to other offerings. We brought our 1-inch offering, and then not long after, I think it was 21 or 22, it was very fast, came quick. The SS5 came out.
Yeah.
And the SS5 was a really big one to hit the market. It still has 8 selectable backlight colors for style and aesthetics. You know, if your build's got a theme to it, like your Gladiator, running some red backlights.
It was definitely a game changer when it came out, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. And then obviously being the highest intensity 5-inch pod was huge. So slowly but surely, once the SS5s released, it really reminded me of like KC, like when you're younger, or at least when I was younger, like if I saw pods or a light bar or an off-road light, I knew KC. What's really cool about the SS5s with the crosslink light bar like Thomas has is it began to trend where if you're someone in a social media position like I am, we just started seeing more and more and more people put these 7 or 8 pod crosslinks on top of the roof racks. You know, if it's in front of a bumper, 4 or 5. And like it just started growing like wildfire. So that was tremendous for the SS5s. Even to this day, we have our new light bars out. We can talk about in a moment, but I have a new 24 Tacoma. I'm pretty set on a 7-pod crosslink light bar. I just love it. It just looks so good.
What is y'all's top seller on the lights?
Like everything or off road?
No, like off road on your pod and stuff.
I'm trying to think of really like what I know insight wise. I would say SS3s are still like tried and true. Every sale period, you know, Black Friday coming up, we're gonna move a ton of them. But yeah, we the most we really move of is SS3s is like staple, and if it's gonna be a kit, we sell to a lot of Toyota owners. That's just tremendous.
Toyotas and Subarus, I've noticed that are big Diode followers.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, before the off-road pods, Toyota was big, but yeah, we have a huge Mustang and Subaru support group. Despite us really posting a lot of off-road stuff nowadays, we've got 100 and we just hit 198,000 followers on Instagram. Probably 100,000 of those are all cars, and a lot of them are Subaru and Mustang people. So it's kind of an unknown fact. But
Dominic's trying to figure out which ones he wants for his Mustang. So,
what year is it?
It's a 14.
No? Is it? No.
What year is it?
It's an older one.
Maybe a 7.
We'll probably have to do more for. Yeah, he's trying to figure out on how to. We're wanting to get a set of 3s.
And he wants some.
And he's wanting to make a fog light into it, but because of how old his is, there are no kits, so it's something that we're gonna have to actually build.
We'll fabricate it.
But he's like, I want some SS3s as his fog light kit for his.
I think the biggest thing is, what's nice is, like, we try to bring as much as we can to the market. We do really well bringing all these new options nonstop, but there's so many third-party dealers and 3D printers and fabricators nowadays. I can't even keep up. We're tagged in so many third-party options nowadays. It's amazing to have it because, people ask for a model forever, and then somebody politely, maybe in their basement, 3D printing is like, cool, I'm going to bring it to life. Or somebody with money in a big fab shop can bring something too. So,
yeah, definitely on the Diode Insider. There's a ton of people, like, somebody will ask about a bracket or some kind of something to stick a pod in, and somebody will pop on, oh yeah, I got this right here that we've been working on. So they either 3D printed or fabricated something to make it work. It's pretty cool to see how many people and what they're doing to innovate and help out and get things put into place.
07.
Yeah, I mean, there's
his Mustang's in 07.
That's what I said. Yeah,
it's a 2007.
Yeah, I know we have some plug and play options, but by all means, that's a big thing that I try to emphasize is, like, we've got a lot of, like, compliant pods, like our 1-inch or our 2-inch pods. We have the new C2 2.0s, which is great too. But yeah, if you can tuck those into an OEM location or behind a grill, you don't have to make a Mustang look off-road. You can discreetly mount something and have some incredible performance. So
yeah, he wants in the bottom where you can't see them, but he can turn them on them and see.
Yeah. But other than the SS5s, wow. Yeah, I mean, the SS5s, the biggest release since the SS5s is the all-new Stage Series light bars that just started rolling out in the last 2-3 months. So we revealed them at SEMA in 2024, and they were on the wall on display at 25, and shipping. So I don't have a new light bar here, but this was we still sell these. This is the original generation light bar. This is a 6-inch option here. So
I have one downstairs.
We do.
We have one of the new light bars downstairs.
Oh, see, I've got a box. I've got a box of the new 6-inch, but so completely different.
It should be in that corner, Stacy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and we have on Stacy's Jeep right now are my old SS3s that don't have a backlight, and that light bar that John just showed, which was their original first light bar.
Yeah, so there's kind of a little comparison of the new versus the older gen. 6-inch. The new gen is completely redesigned from the ground up to match this style. So you can sell even the optics in this. You can't see them behind this lens, but this lens here is just one piece, which is the TIR. So that's all it is. Versus the light bar that I have, either one I have, amber or white. The TIR optic is behind the lens, but there's also an additional lens on the top. So it's like a 2-piece system on the older bars, and they're phenomenal. Like, we're still selling these classic light bars.
Of course she did. Of course she did. Stacy's bringing it up right now.
Cool. It's bad when you love Diode so much that you have boxes and boxes of lights downstairs.
Oh, I have 3 crates next to me. It's endless. But yeah, you guys have a new 6-inch or new?
It's the 10.
It's the 10.
Nice. Yep. So
from the media shoot.
There you go.
And it's with the yellow lens on it.
Big. Oh, yeah, big difference. So the original.
That's the one I have.
Yep.
Yeah. So this looks amber for a lens, but it actually puts out 3000K selective yellow, just like that one. We fine-tune everything so that all of our optics are not that deeper amber color now.
So what's big for this year coming out? Maybe.
Oh yeah. Tell us about your SEMA trip.
Yeah, SEMA was great for us. We revealed some new products. Obviously the light bars, that is the biggest thing to finally start rolling out. They're the latest light bars to hit the market. Some things we changed. Previously, we offered 6, 12, 18, 30, 42, and 50. And if you hear those sizes, it's not like everybody else. So when we launched the new light bars, we switched to industry standard sizing. So 6, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. The reason for that is there's so many aftermarket bumpers, brackets, brands. They wanted to work with us and support us, but we needed to offer a size that matches everybody else. So no matter the brand you go with for a Jeep or any vehicle, Diode's pretty much compatible now. So it really helps, those third-party offerings and us, obviously. So the light bars, huge. As I mentioned, the sizing. We do have a 6-inch light bar that is right here, which is going to be released the day before Black Friday. So this week, I don't know when this podcast will go up, but
it'll go Friday.
Friday.
Yeah, it'll be Friday.
Yeah, so these 6-inch bars are officially out, which are
and the official start of Black Friday.
Yes.
That's true. Biggest sale of the year. Everybody waits for it. It's huge. So if you're an ambassador, it's a great time to earn as well. So it's just it's a phenomenal time across the board. But new at SEMA 25, a little different market, we introduced IR pods. So infrared, very common with the military, private contractors, hunting. The general user wouldn't purchase it. Honestly, we've had them out for quite some time, and the military has been utilizing them, and they're extremely pleased. So, massive shout out to our team behind the scenes that got that going. We brought a 3-inch. We now have a 3-inch IR pod, so it's not a traditional clear lens. It's completely black. When it's on, you cannot see it to the visible eye. The SS3 is dual power level. So there's a high and a low mode built into it. It's not designed to be like the brightest thing, like a max power level. It's a pod that is tailored and tuned by those who really help shape the output. So a lot of people say, how bright is it when you have your night vision on? It's the way it's been engineered that it's so impressive. Plus, with the use of a huge polycarbonate lens like this in all black, we're able to keep the if you have there's some visible light with other IR pods that's a red glow, and you do not want to be seen. So with a huge blacked out lens, the way our product is designed, it is super low key. I mean, it's the new IR. It is very impressive to those who have gotten it, and very successful. So we will also have a 1-inch version of the C1 in IR. It's got a dual bezel, so it's 2 C1s together. One's IR, one's regular light. So it's a great dual application purpose. And then we have a follow me light, which is just a little button light A lot of people buy them on Amazon. And you know, you can put them on the back of your vehicle as like a little red glowing indicator light. We have an IR version. And some of the feedback that we had received was on these vehicles, on these missions, was people were purchasing 2 of these little button lights, and one would be a running, and then another one would turn on as a second light, like for braking. So we implemented high and low into this little high performance IR light that you can basically drill out and mount on whatever vehicle or such. So it's really awesome. But that's IR. Obviously, you've got to pay for some night vision goggles, which is a bit of an additional cost.
Definitely is.
Night vision goggles sold separately.
Yes. Yeah. While the pods might be blank for cost, there's a hefty price tag that comes with the additional support. But I'm excited to see, other than military applications, I'm excited to just see, you know, kind of the firearm industry probably pick up on these.
They will.
And also just like, I mean, I know like in Texas, like there's hog hunting and helicopters and stuff. So
anybody that does some form of night hunting, tactical operations, or even there's a lot of airsoft that will do that kind of thing. That will, I guarantee, airsoft community will definitely pick up on those for sure.
Yeah. So the IR.
Is it like dangerous to drive around with the night goggles in your vehicle though? With that, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. We do it all the time in the Army.
Don't rob a bank and you'll be good.
I mean, basically with the IR is, I mean, if you're not,
it's a different kind of driving when you're wearing night vision, because you don't have the realistically, depending on the
right.
goggles,
that's what I was curious.
You don't really have the peripheral. A lot of, for military, we use the mono, so the one optic. Sometimes we do have the dual optic, but there's a lot of focal in it.
So one of your eyes could
one eye is going to have the optic, the other eye is going to have the
regular vision.
Just your regular.
If you had to have like an interior light as well or something, just to see what was going on inside, like your gauges.
Yeah, you can do an IR interior setup as well. IR rock light.
Yeah, you know, I guess that would.
You heard it now. You heard it first.
Hey, I mean, yeah, it's been from what I've heard from the team behind the scenes, just it's an awesome, I guess you would almost say private project originally, but now it is available, coming, I would assume, depends on marketing material. So a lot of stuff we want to bring to the market as quick as we can, but we've got to get it handed over. We've got to work with our photographers and videographers and graphic designers, social media. There's a lot behind the scenes. It's like, while a product may be ready, like these 6-inch bars, there's so much more. There's so many steps. So we do our best to get everything out. But yeah, the IR is a different product, but a very exciting one to bring to the market. The other big emphasis product, let's see, what do we also have that came out at SEMA? Dual color. So there's a big market for dual color fog lights, and we also had a lot of interest for dual color rock lights. We offer right now a single color rock light, which is the brightest in the market. But then we also offer a multicolor you can control through our app. But with the multicolor, you're using multicolor LEDs. So you're not getting as much performance as like a dedicated white rock light. So I'm trying to knock it off track. I'll start with rock lights and then fog lights. But the rock lights, we will have a dual color option coming. We'll have white and yellow in one product, and white and red in one product. Sprinter van market really asked for this. Campers, everybody wants to have a white porch light outside, and then they want red when they cook to keep the bugs away. Or they want white and then amber just to be easier on the eyes, because if you've seen
more of
white
backlighting.
Yeah. So we designed a dual color. So we have a white and yellow and a white and red. It's just a 3-way toggle. So you just flip one way for one color, one way for the other. I'm pretty thrilled for it because I have rock lights in my wheel wells. I have rock lights in my roof rack. And I love the white light. It is awesome for driving in the woods at night, but I also like to have the amber. It's just easier on the eyes. So being able to literally flip up a switch, adjust my eyes or the color output is awesome. So
still have that intensity versus toning it down to meet those different color requirements.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of one of the cool things you'll be able to do is if you buy a rock light with white and red,
thinking.
You can put a.
I'm just waiting for him to say pink because I don't give a shit until you tell me pink.
We're not putting pink on the camper. The RV will have to have diode rock lights under the awning so we can see.
When you do the RGBs, you give me a message and let me know.
So we have
I'm bored with white.
We have the multicolor that has pink in them.
You can change
all of them. Multiple.
You can do all of them.
You don't have to choose one.
No,
you don't have to change. You don't have to make a choice.
Yeah, you just pick whatever color on a spinning wheel, and you can have pink. The other half
is you can take a picture, and it'll take that pink.
Nice.
I'll show you.
You're going to take a picture
of
pink.
Nobody wants white. Everybody's got white. No one wants white.
Thomas does white.
Well, they do come with a solid white. They do come with amber and red, different color lenses.
Yeah.
You can change out the lenses.
Do they make different color lenses?
But they amber and white. Multicolor.
But it's the clear lens, the amber lens, a red lens, a blue lens, and I believe a green, right?
Pink also looks good in the woods at night.
So one thing,
what you do, you just get the clear lens and put the pink transparent film over it.
Yeah.
You get
just like what you did on your lights.
Yeah, if you go on Amazon for like less than $10, you can get it's like yellow film overlays for fog lights.
She has the pink. Yeah.
So you can just put pink transparent film and just literally wrap this optic 2 seconds with a heat gun and you get pink. I've done it for my motorcycle. I wanted a certain color we didn't have, but I wanted the performance of the single color rock light. So I just wrapped these lenses and made them like a neon yellow instead of yellow.
Yeah.
We are starting to, at our facility, we kind of have posted it low key, but we are starting to make our own lenses in house. So a couple $1,000 machine just went on the floor, and we'll be able to we design these, but obviously we import these from what would you call that? A supplier that we use. But we'll probably be able to offer more options just because we're going to be doing it in house. So injection molding, I guess you would almost call it. Yeah.
You might get your pink one day.
Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yeah, I mean,
it does stuff that everyone
October
has
next
to make
year.
their own, even with like Steer Smarts, like just make pink. People like pink. Like I shouldn't have to spray paint it or.
Yeah, but if they're only going to sell two
sets
of pink lights a year, then it's not really worth their time to make a whole pink run, right? So.
I don't know. Everybody changes to pink for October. So
I was gonna say, yeah, there are plenty of girls out there too that like stuff to be functional and pretty.
Most people who have a awesome themed Jeep, 4Runner, so many different. I could think of
a different color.
Yeah, they usually just use our multicolor rock lights and run purple or pink, just because it's easy on the fly. Pull up your phone, pick what you want, set it, and go. So. And it looks good.
They're not as bright. But they're not as bright.
When I say that, that's kind of, I shouldn't say that. They are definitely bright.
They're bright. Not as bright as the white.
So you're not going to be producing 1,000 lumen out of the RGB.
But our multicolor will outperform majority, if not all, competitors. When I say I kind of walked into a trap, but
you did.
Our single color rock lights. Single color rock lights are designed to be the brightest. I mean, I have one downstairs, but these guys were designed to just be 1,000 lumens and just smoke everybody politely. But the multicolor, you just use a multicolor chip, so it's not as potent, but the
intensity is not as high.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
But it still will outperform.
Tell you what you need is you talked about those button lights that come in red, and now you have red that does like high and low. I need some of those in amber because.
So we haven't confirmed releasing anything like that, but it had. I mean, we definitely
For
have
my lights,
an opportunity to say, hey, if we can make an IR, button style light, why couldn't we offer colors to the human eye, whether it's red, amber? I'm
because
not
I
sure if
replace mine constantly. Mine go out
Yeah, I mean, we
every
use it for her
couple
turn
times a year.
signals and daytime running light on her Jeep now in the grill because the factory fenders are, not on there with that anymore. And we originally, when I did it, I think like Oracle was the one who, said, "Oh well, here we're going to use this kit or
They're
whatever."
trash.
Those
Yeah,
John
lasted
and
trash.
about
Oracle.
those lasted about
Don't get
I
John
don't
in
know
trouble. Called in Paul's
two or
office.
3 weeks. I think
He
they
didn't.
warranted
He
them.
didn't say it. I said it. It's trash.
They
They're trash.
warranted them, sent me the same thing again, and they lasted maybe like another month. And then so I was like, I'm gonna search for different ones. I
I
looked
think
up Amazon.
I think the
I looked up
biggest thing is
Amazon.
just
I think I bought like a 20 pack or something for about half the price I paid. And when I opened them up, it's literally like the exact same bulb that I got from Oracle, except now I got 20 instead of 2. And yeah, I switch them out about, I don't know, twice a year, I guess, because they just.
yeah, that's kind of the fun part with Amazon is like you can definitely save some money. It's just if you can go through a loophole of just continuing to do warranty, you're set.
Yeah.
um, yeah, I mean, no negativity towards any other brands. I mean, I think the biggest thing is like we have our flaws too behind the scenes, but the biggest thing is you've got to listen to your customers. If you have a product having an issue or failing or something's being
Constantly,
consistently being reported,
Tail
um,
lights.
left and right. Yeah,
Well, and
flush
that's the
not
thing too.
failing.
Like if you like those ones I bought on Amazon, I think it was like $10 for a 20 pack. Like you expect those to go bad, right?
Yeah.
But when you pay $30 for 2 of them, like 2,
And they're
then
oracles.
and
Yeah.
and they're a name brand, like you would expect them to last longer than a couple of
3 months.
months, whenever you, yeah, 2-3 months. But
And I would go with form lighting because form lighting is also a sister to diode.
yeah, so we've got we do have a sister brand called Form Lighting. So the best way to describe it is Diode is designed, engineered, and assembled at our HQ. Form lighting is designed, engineered, and then we import. Just because headlight housing and taillight housings, they're a huge project. We do offer 2 lamps. Well, we offer more than that, but really the big 2 known diode lamps are our 21 to 23 F-150 headlights or the JL or JT headlight like Thomas has. So with Form, we are able to bring more products to the market by design engineering and then using a quality supplier that we're very close with to bring
for
these
the
products
housing
alive.
itself.
Yeah. So, I mean, like we've got products that are coming to the market that I can't disclose, but we go through endless samples. And that's the thing about Diode that's nice is we can design, engineer, and then we can in-house like adjust and configure things versus with Form Lighting, it's a little more get the samples in, test them, and if something goes wrong, we've got to get adjustments made from outside of our facility and then do another test. So yeah, it's a bit more work, but
Yeah, I can post a picture from when we did the ambassador walkthrough on the facility where they literally, even though some of the stuff is imported, dealing with like the LEDs, the circuitry, that kind of thing, but they literally build everything. They put all the components that they have to export and they put it into one and they create it and make it what it is. Because I think when we were doing the walkthrough, I think y'all are working on the C2s. And I have a picture of the manufacturing piece of the whole assembly line to start with all the different components, the wiring, the solder, the LEDs, the circuit board, and everything, where it literally starts from pieces and comes out with the circuit board itself.
yeah, that's the big thing about us. As I said, it's we do the most in-house, and politely, that's what a lot of competitors don't want most people to know. We've definitely made content of our facility, behind the scenes assembly, a lot of great stuff. But It's not out there as much as you'd think. So that is the biggest polite threat, I guess you would say, is just the awareness of what we are doing at Diode compared to a lot of other industry options out there. Yeah, and like Thomas said, we start with raw circuit boards and LEDs. We run them through our pick and place. We test everything. Yeah, it really plays a role. I mean, we're able to control everything. So if we have a pod that someone calls in and says, hey, if we have more than one customer call and say, hey, this 3-inch pod keeps failing, we can track everything down in the assembly process, who built it, when they built it, what components, I like to say it as like, if we had a catastrophic issue with a product, we can pretty much just Google chat and walk down a set of stairs and be like, turn them off, narrow it down, versus some other options the market would have to call and say, hey, like, seize this, stop this. Like, little, for us, it's just a flight of stairs and let's fix this ASAP. Hold up. So very cool. But yeah, I know we're talking about SEMA releases.
Oh, I know we were. Of course, as always, going off on a tangent. But speaking of the facility, if anybody ends up wants to go visit the facility, definitely you can do a tour. They'll give you a walk around. It's a really nice setup, really nice place. Everybody's friendly, no issues, no problems. They will be more than happy to walk you through.
Yeah, it's a 70,000 square foot facility just out of St. Louis, in St. Charles, Missouri. We always say St. Louis because most people can pinpoint where that's at.
It's just right outside of St. Louis.
Yeah.
St. Charles is way nicer than St. Louis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, my sister lived there for like 20 years.
Yeah, big difference for sure.
Yeah. So back to SEMA. Back to SEMA.
Yeah. The dual color rock lights are going to be great. Like we're very we're definitely growing in the Sprinter van market. That's a huge thing nowadays. Is all these van builders. So we're very fortunate to be close with Global Expedition Vehicles or Storyteller Overland.
With overlanding.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we've got some team members working some things out, bringing some new items to life, including an angled rock light mount. I should have probably brought this to the market a long time ago, but a lot of people put rock lights around the roof racks and just the parameter. So we have a new angled rock light mount coming out. This is perfect for the side of your Prinsu, Sherpa, RCI, whatever roof rack you may have. We're still tailoring this to be a pretty universal bolt up option, but it gives you a really nice angle to project the light just outward and down where you need it for camp or work. So super minimalistic design, but something we're excited to bring. So other than the rock lights, the dual color wise is multicolor fog lights. So we have an Elite Series fog light that's more of an OEM housing that's round. We also offer a square version for the Ford Maverick and the F-150. It doesn't fit as many vehicles, but we will have a dual color SS3. So usually to change the color, you would have to change the optic, which these are completely modular. You can change the beam patterns, you can change the colors. However, we will have this. If this was the actual pod from SEMA, when you toggle this 3 times, the 4th time it'll flip colors. So a lot of users asked us, hey, can you have 2 wire leads so I can just flip a switch and have yellow and then flip a switch and have white? There's a lot of people in the market that want plug and play. And that's a huge thing for us, is not having people tap or get confused. So we'll have built-in programming into this pod that you'll cycle 3 times between 1 to 3 seconds, and then it'll flip colors. You leave it, it'll change over to yellow. We'll have yellow LEDs behind here. And you leave it for 5 seconds, and it will save that color. So if you are on the trail, caught in a snowstorm, rain, you can pull over if you choose and then switch colors and have a better color spectrum for visibility for whatever those conditions may be. So
that's definitely going to be a game changer for sure.
Yeah, it's mainly going to be for fog lights. If there's enough demand, I guess in a perfect world, you could buy the fog lights and then just move them to a ditch light bracket. But yeah, you'll mainly buy these dual color as fogs. Yeah, so it'll be pretty sweet. It's going to come in between. So with the SS3s, we offer Sport, Pro, and a max power level. Sport is already going to be 5 times at minimum brighter or higher intense, just a better pattern than your stock fogs. Pro is in the middle, one of the most popular picks, and Max is just astounding.
It's
yeah, it's impressive.
I'm just waiting for that Max SS5.
I
Paul,
don't know.
Hey, I'll be the test subject. I'll test
We
them out.
have a lot of people compare the SS5 to some bigger pods in the market that it's not supposed to compete with. So there's been discussions. There's definitely just been public conversation about, hey, do we need to make a max, or do we need to make a bigger pod? There's no confirmation on anything, but we're always innovating and trying to bring the next best thing.
What?
So
did you just hear this blasphemy from her?
You do not need any brighter, I promise you.
She's like, you don't need anything brighter.
I will say the SS5 Pro is insane as it is.
Yes,
I
especially
personally
have 8 across the the window.
Yeah, I've never seen an 8-pod Pro crosslink in person turn on. I've seen SS5 7-pod sports, which is already enough. We've got guys up in Alaska turning these things on in the middle of the night on logging roads, and it's like daylight.
Yeah.
And once I saw Thomas illuminate 8 of them in a pro power level, it looked like a football stadium turned this off-road park into an NFL game. I was like, okay, that should be its own media shoot as is.
Well, I think Cam kind of
he did that.
It's also why you had to beef up the wiring.
Yeah. Had changed the wiring.
Yeah. So I ended up after that after the photo shoot, Cam CJ definitely hooked me up with another set of cables, since I did melt the other ones, and I did split 4 and 4. So you definitely
those bigger pods from us, any brand out there, they
draw some power.
Use a lot of power, so it's not uncommon.
Well, they're 90 watt per light, so times 8.
And there's even some brands with even more power. So it's definitely it's always nice to separate out some of the draw.
Yeah, it's pretty intense.
But other than that, we had the I think the third big thing at SEMA that we really we kind of came in at the very end with two little announcements. Easy one off the bat. We have our D switch, which Thomas has in his Jeep. So the D switch is the latest switch panel to hit the market. I have a box here. I don't have the product, but that's the hub underneath the engine bay that you can pop open. 4 15 amp inputs, 4 30 amp, and a dedicated backlight bus bar. So if you have backlights like our pods, or any brand that has backlighting, you don't have to waste any of your main inputs. We have a dedicated button on our controller. It's really nice. But the D switch now has, the update will be coming any day now. Android Auto. So we would love to have CarPlay. It's very restrictive. There's only one other brand that has CarPlay compatibility, but at least if you have an Android, you will have Android CarPlay coming. So if you want to have control of your, the D Switch has its own app, so you can use your phone, super fast, customizable, phenomenal across the board. But if you don't want to use your controller, if it's mounted up on like a bullet point dash, or if you don't want to use your phone on a holder, you can use Android CarPlay and turn your lights on direct
Oh.
from your screen.
There you go.
Oh.
Am I back?
Yeah,
there you go.
There
Now
you
you're
go.
back.
Hopefully it stays.
Yeah, now you're
It
good.
happens.
Yeah, I think it was me. I don't know what you guys heard.
Android Auto.
You can go to Android Auto and then go from there.
Yeah.
You can control it using your Android Auto on your dash of your vehicle.
Yep. So if you don't want to use the physical controller or your phone, if you're using that, you'll be able to use your Android Auto screen if your vehicle is.
It doesn't want us to talk about Android.
It doesn't want us to talk about Android Auto right now.
Say Apple is screwing you over right now.
Yeah, it's Apple's blocking your signal.
Yeah.
I'm using the Mac. They must be listening.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah.
Well, Sylvia's unless you have any
say
Apple,
you can use
Sylvia's
Apple CarPlay, and we'll see if it shuts that down.
Yeah, I wish we could have Apple CarPlay at this time. I have an iPhone, and it would be great. I don't know if I would use it though. I used another brand's app on our company F-150, and I'll just give a fun story. You know, I was on a back road at like 3 a.m. I had 5 SS5s blaring. It's just me, and I switched off the Apple CarPlay to like the radio, and the car came around the corner, and I realized it's not as convenient as a button.
Yeah.
You can just go turn off those high power lights if you are using them on road when you shouldn't, like I was for a moment. I just couldn't switch to the app fast enough. I couldn't go from music to their app and turn off these high power lights. It just wasn't convenient. You've got to leave it up all the time. So maybe on the trail, you know, having your touch screen would be great. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like a controller is more than enough for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just having that additional functionality, if just by chance you don't have your phone with you or you can't reach your, because there's some that actually will put their controller under the hood where they don't actually put it inside or put it wherever their the main box is. They'll tuck it away there because you can use your phone to access it, so you don't actually have to try to run a wire through your through from the outside to the inside. So they'll just tuck it away and then just use the app on their phone. So it gives them definitely an additional function if they're on their phone and they need to access their pod or their switch for any reason, they can do it on their dash.
Yeah, we have a lot of people that do that too. Yeah, our controller technically is the brains of the D switch, so you do have to connect it, but you can just tuck it away under the hood, and you can connect seamlessly to the D switch app or upcoming your head unit. So pretty nice. Yeah, that was a sweet announcement. And then the last one was a curveball. I don't know if we were really going to announce it originally, but we introduced we have our new 10-inch light bar. We're going to have a chase light, and it will grow from there to some bigger sizes. But we partner with Kuwat. I'm trying to make sure I say that right. They always get me. Kuwat.
I know it's definitely hard to say.
They're out of Springfield, Missouri, or Kansas City. Oh man, I should know this. But yeah, they're very well known for bike racks. They came out with their bed rack system called the Ibex. They have it for the Gladiator, which is sweet. They have a new roof rack or rooftop platform system called the Deck. And we are introducing a 10-inch chase light with them, but we are bringing a universal chase light for the general public directly from Diode. So it'll have a compliant fourth brake light, white reverse or cargo lighting, and then it'll have amber built in too. There's 21 different patterns built into it. We have a magnetic tool that you tap the front of the lens and you can set it to one of the 21 patterns you choose. So, yeah, if you need to relocate a third brake light that's blocked, this will be compliant. So you can mount this 10-inch bar to the back of your rack or your vehicle, and it's super easy to install. So compliant fourth brake. It can be just a solid. It can be a strobing brake. You've got your additional white reverse or cargo for working behind the vehicle or reversing. And then, yeah, you've got the strobe functionality. So
do the red Knight Rider chasing back and
Yeah.
I don't think it does. You could buy a 10-inch bar in yellow, well, white, and then change to a yellow one. There's a lot of different ways to do it. You could technically put a 10-inch bar back there to use as a chase light and get the startup sequence. So.
Yeah, and then get the woo 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 involved into it.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, that's been a huge thing. The new light bars, everyone loves the startup animation. It's we just got a 50-inch light bar to one of our sponsors named Arctic Mojave. I think his name is Dan. He's new on the team, but he just put a 50-inch bar on his Gladiator. And we actually just posted the video today on our socials of it starting up all the way across. It's crazy.
Thomas is trying to talk me out of the bar.
No, I wasn't trying to talk you out of. No,
yeah.
I was just making the actual proof that because you do have a soft top, it is going to be slightly noisy with a light bar. But we are getting the 50-inch light bar for her Jeep.
Heck yeah, that'll be sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
it's on. I mean, soft tops are tough. No matter if it's a Jeep, a Bronco. I guess that's really your two options. But yeah, soft tops just they're a tough battle between the way the aerodynamics are and like how certain light bars or accessories kind of create the flow.
Or the SS5s, 8 of them, and you're running the Freedom Panel soft top from Best Top.
Yeah.
It sounds like a jet engine is over your head.
Fine.
There is no communication.
Well, I guess if they come out with the Pro or no, the Max SS5 before you buy the 50-inch light bar, then you'll inherit Thomas's, and then Thomas will get the new ones.
The SS5 Sports are more than enough. We move like 98% sports, and like a lot of people are like, "Do I need the Pros?" I'm like, trust me. If you're just casually driving, the sports are going to wow you more than enough. Like just 2 SS5 sports on your as ditch lights, people get on the wheel and they're like, whoa, you know. So when you're doing an 8-pod crosslink, yeah.
Hey, you know me, I got to go big.
Obviously.
Yeah, that's.
I told Thomas that he should like buy a whole bunch more so he can make a complete circle around the roof of his Jeep and then just flip it on.
That'd be wild.
No, no.
Like the world
around freaking alien spaceship.
My God.
Oh my goodness. Then definitely I'll be made fun of. I'll be on that what is it, the what's that Jeep where they make fun of everybody? It's gonna have the picture of the guy with the light bar that literally runs 10 feet
the one that wraps all the way around.
All the way around the front. Yeah.
No.
I'm already getting to that point now.
You don't need any more.
Yep. So we'll have that chase. We'll have a universal 10-inch chase coming, and then I think we'll probably do 2 or 3 other sizes. They're not really. We haven't really confirmed anything, but obviously, you know, there's quite a few people that like a little bit bigger bar than just a 10. So, and all the functionalities built into it. So it's also what's really nice. You couldn't really see on YouTube is like, well, an example, like the SS3s have these fin pins in the back. On the light bars, they have them too. But with the chase light bar, you could basically just shave off these fin pins. And it's a slim, sleek bar. So different too. So
yeah. And then didn't y'all receive some kind of award at SEMA?
Yes. So Tora which is I don't know how you describe that. It's an off-road. It's an off-road category of SEMA or branch of SEMA, and there was quite a few brands that entered into this off-road product of the year. There was a display case. There was quite a few industry-known brands who entered, and we had a 20-inch light bar on display, and we ended up winning the Tora Trophy. So, best off-road product. Awesome. Pretty awesome. Yeah. Very cool. Awesome. It was very cool.
Yeah. That is amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, so segue into I don't know anymore. Now do you want to discuss y'all's testing products real quick? Kind of go over that. We're roughly about an hour 10 or so into the podcast now. So it's no big deal. We go as long as whatever. Because it's me that's doing the editing. So
yeah, cool. I mean, if anyone, the biggest thing is we have a full length facility tour on YouTube. I know for a fact it's 21 minutes long. I've watched it many times. It's awesome, but you can take a full virtual tour through our facility, and it's a huge staple to check out, just to see like our front lobby, our engineering team, small accommodations, but you'll also get to walk through like our SMT house where the boards are populated. You get to see all of our testing chambers from saltwater corrosion, high heat, frigid, sub-zero. We even have a light tunnel that we call it, so we can take our products and capture the data, and then we can also put competitors. So that's a big thing. Like for us, it's kind of like a checkmate is, we can take somebody else's product and scan and run it through our machine and be like, hey, here's how your spread is, here's how ours is, here's the intensity, the consistency.
I've personally seen one of those on a competitor that has recently introduced some lighting. Won't go more into that, but the factory lights put out a little bit more than what they're what they said, what they're claiming, but when you actually see the data, it's like, oh. And then I saw a YouTube video that somebody had put those in, and not to get too into because I don't want to knock any brands, because there's definitely a lot of diehard brands out there, and I don't want to get John in trouble, because he definitely gets called into the principal's office more than one occasion on how he's talked about products.
We're just really passionate at Diode, and like when you kind of have numbers in front of you, it's a big thing for us to.
Well, and when you have people talk about, because I know tangent again, but before I get to the story, but I kind of got into with a couple of guys. And I was trying to be as tactful as possible instead of just saying.
He didn't want to be called in John's office.
Yeah, I don't want to be called in the office either. But no, they were big on two brands that have been in the industry for an extremely long time. And when somebody had asked me about the light bar, and then I posted the link on so that they could see it. And of course, for the SS5 light bar for the Jeep Gladiator, you got the sport model and the pro, and of course there's a big price difference between the two, but obviously there's a reason for that. And they're like, oh well, why would I want to spend that money on that when I can go buy X? Well, you know what? Well, then go buy X.
It's actually going to cost you more.
It's going to realistically cost you more. And then I literally did a breakdown. I was like, well, hold on a second. Let me look at the intensities between the sport and the pro for Diode, and then let me check out the 6-inch pods that they're saying that they're saying that they would choose over diodes, and the intensity, the sport actually outperformed that 6-inch pod. So it's like, but then he wanted to throw in, well, diodes hiding their true numbers. I was like, no, they're really not. When you look at the intensity of their lights versus these lights, and you look at the actual numbers, there's no hiding anything.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing is a lot of most of us know lumens. Like everyone just wants to see a high lumen count, but we go by candela, which is focused intensity. I mean, anyone can have some crazy lumen count, but if that light is all glare, it's dispersed. It's like diluted. I mean, it's like having a big fish bowl and pouring some dye in it, and it, let's say you put red dye into a giant fish bowl. It's going to be like a light tinted red once it disperses. That's what I kind of call glare. But like we're like a tight confined vase that once you pour the red dye, it's this. Yeah, I don't know if that makes sense, but
yeah,
the intensity Candela's just king, and that's what a lot of other brands don't necessarily go by. It's just big lumen counts and not focused output. So yeah.
Yeah, well, this YouTuber had installed a set of these lights and was comparing it, going back and forth between the new pod light versus the factory light. But one thing, the time of day and the intensity of, well, basically on the time of day, one was in a lighter setting versus a darker setting. So you can't really compare and contrast between the two. And the camera angles were, you could tell, were different. So it almost made it as the pod was better than the factory, but in reality, if you there was no apples to apples comparison with the time of day and the angle of, I guess, the camera shot. And I was like, well, you could tell that even though he shot one in a different time of day and the other one was more at nighttime than more at dusk, you could tell that the factory light actually had a better angle, and hotspot was a little more wide, where the pod light, it was a little more narrow and a tighter hotspot. So for a headlight style light, you want a spread. You still want distance, but you also want that width as well, so that you can see the full length of road versus
Yeah, a lot of
small
people,
section.
well, not people, but a lot of customers in the market for, and I'll just say like a JL or a JT headlight, the factory Mopar LED headlight is the hot, other than diode, it is the highest performance option. If you want light output, the factory Mopar headlamp is the king, and that will outperform almost all 9-inch options out there. We actually have a video that didn't get a lot of traction. It was a 9-inch headlight shootout. But we directly compete with Jeep. Their factory LED option is unbeatable. The benefit to the Elite series that we make in house is lifetime warranty, integrated compliant turn signal. You've got your welcome sequence and off-road light. There's definitely some perks. But yeah, that's kind of the big thing.
So when I changed out, because I did have the factory LEDs, and then now I have the Elite Series Max
nice
light. So I have I have diodes higher end headlight. The biggest thing that I noticed between the two is the intensity is really close. I think diode has the intensity just a little bit more, but the biggest thing that I noticed was the width of lighting between the left and right side, left and right limit, was a little wider spread, but the cutoff is extremely noticeable on diodes versus the factory. And literally, you can see the passenger side headlight is higher, and then you can see the angle, and then the driver's side. It's really cut, but I notice the reason for that cut is because the way we drive in the United States versus in Europe, that cut on the driver's side actually puts the light lower for oncoming traffic. And you can literally see the difference between the two. And
yeah,
the passenger side is a little higher so that you can see off on the shoulder.
Yeah, I mean it's designed, engineered, and assembled in house, lifetime warranty. We have our dust free room you guys saw on the tour, so the quality's there. Plus, if you ever have an issue, we have a hassle free warranty, so you can call in and speak to a team member, and
Yeah,
Monday through
we had
Friday,
the
10 to 5, real person, 3 minutes on the phone. Hey, here's my order number. Okay, what's the issue? All right, no worries. And it's not send me, I mean, every now and then, of course, it's like, hey, let's get some more
well,
info.
we kind of
Maybe
did run into that issue right after we got them, which I'm glad it happened to me and not to a regular customer because I am an ambassador. But I was like, we put in one light and got ready to put in the other light, and we're like, wait a minute, something's not right here. So then we looked. We ended up with two lefts instead of a left and a right.
It happens.
I remember that. I
So,
remember that.
but again, I was able to experience the customer service aspect of it.
Yep.
Call them up. They said, "What's the issue?" Take some pictures so that they could literally see that it said left on it.
Yeah.
And and they were out of stock
Mm-hmm.
whenever I was looking. When I looked at the lights, they were out of stock, and it took me a minute to get mine in.
But the replacement came
It took
fast.
about almost 2 months
Yeah.
before I finally got them after I
We
ordered.
prioritize the replacements. That's a big
But
thing.
yeah, I
So
definitely within a once we got the situation where just to say, hey, this is exactly what happened, got everything approved and sent through. It was within a week that we got the replacement lens in.
Yep.
that's
So it was
awesome.
quick. It was
Yes.
quick.
Yeah.
So the customer service, being able to experience the customer service, even though of course it is a hassle, it's like, oh crap, you did all this work to put everything into play to put the new stuff in, and then you realize, oh shoot, now I got to put the factory ones back in, put everything back together to turn around and do it all over again. But getting the experience as being an ambassador and being able to prove that this product is worth purchasing, the customer service experience is on point for sure.
That's one of our biggest things is we monitor our customer service feedback every single week, every Monday morning meeting, and it's always borderline 100%. And while that may seem like, well, you work at the company, we monitor it very thoroughly. That's one of the biggest things since I started in 2021 was customer service has always been king for us. Some other companies you don't hear back. Some other companies just they give you the runaround, and that's such a that'll just we've all experienced it somewhere, whether it's like trying to get a package claim with UPS or something. Like bad customer service from one company can just give you a sour taste for everybody. So it's nice that we can we get a lot of 5-star reviews saying just giving people trust in customer service again. So but I'd
And
say
that's
with the
what
Jeep
keeps
headlights,
loyalty as well.
with the Jeep headlights, like on the topic of that product, the only
I think we lost him.
We lose you again, John. Come
Looks
back
like he's
to us,
like
John.
it looks like he's really in like deep thought. Like
it is
You're
very
all
where
deep
it's at,
thought.
performance, but
No,
a lot
there
of
you're
people,
back.
There he is.
You're back.
It happens to me at my computer all the time. So
he's not back.
probably this we have like a small rainstorm here, so interesting.
yeah.
Yeah, I heard it.
So the
With
Jeep headlight.
Jeep,
Yeah.
the only feedback we've had that we haven't implemented yet, they do really well out west because I go to a lot of shows. Out west, there's a lot of overland builds. There's just some crazy rigs compared to the Midwest or the East Coast politely. So everyone's okay with, white and amber and some performance. But in the Midwest or Florida or even the East Coast, just certain places, multicolor halos would be awesome. Really would cater to that side of the Jeep market because we all know Jeeps are killer at like tailoring to your specific style. And then also a lot of feedback we get is a heated lens. So yeah, just we've had people, there's not a lot of options out there with a heated Jeep lens. If there is,
well, even the factory lenses aren't heated, so they definitely when it's snowing, it packs in.
Yeah, and it's and like even just a regular headlight that's not like in that grill style, like the Jeep grill is like a bucket. It collects. So
Yeah.
we had somebody from New York and they're like, I love these lights, but I can't commit because it's like snow. Like if we get a big snowstorm, it's a hazard. And they even said nothing wrong with diode. Even the factory Mopar is dangerous.
Right.
There's people who will only run the halogen Jeep headlights because they're the only option that actually produces heat to be safe. So usually I would advise users to upgrade their fog lights to SS3 Pro or Maxes because they melt snow and ice, just due to the intensity. But yeah, fun one with the Jeeps. That's two big pieces of feedback. Multicolor functionality to just be more for show and style as well. And then a heated lens would be a great option for the Jeep market. So
Get those little windshield wipers for the
Yeah. Windshield wiper option headlights.
yeah.
They'll
In
freeze.
pink.
Or
Or they could make a heated
add a separate
insert.
lens that makes it more flat, so when no snow will
Yeah.
actually collect.
I was thinking like a heated, grill thing that you could stick around the
Or
headlight.
just move south. No
Yeah.
snow. No problem.
Move further
Right.
south. Where
Yeah,
there's
move
no
further
snow.
south where it's warm.
Problem
You don't have
solved.
to worry about that.
Yeah, just go to Florida. Well, no, they snow in Florida too, so
Not like up
Yeah.
in New York.
not like in New
No.
York, but
No. Well,
do not hit that button.
no,
I
don't
was
hit
gonna
that
say,
button.
other than that, I think the other big conversation for that is, yeah, we have our Black Friday sale, and that is the
Yes.
biggest sale of the year. Virtually, we have a line in front of the HQ. Like we basically have campers, and that is, if you
That's
know
crazy.
diodes, yeah, everyone's waiting right now. It is, this is live right now. The website is surging. But if you know the deals we give on Black Friday, if you can be patient and wait, it is worth it. So
It's well worth it. Yep.
Yep.
That's what we're waiting on.
We are definitely waiting on that right now.
Yeah. I just can't believe they can order online, but they want it right then. They want to be able to go in, buy it, and leave with it if you have it in stock.
That's a nice thing compared to our last Black Friday sale. It was so big, it liquidated a ton of our inventory, where we had quite a bit of back orders. So going into this Black Friday, I think we have like a 98% stock rate. So if you
That's
are
good.
ordering, you're pretty much gonna get what instant gratification, happiness.
Yeah. Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Be like Black Friday at Target.
5.
Which I won't be at, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
People
So
busting down the doors for the Tickle Me Elmos or whatever that was.
oh my god.
Well, I know John can't say this, but because he has to be non-biased, even though he is,
podcast.
but he is biased towards me.
Whatever.
He's not. But use code Carbon when you order. You get free shipping and a special gift.
That's right.
Get extra bonus. So you can save big there. So when this Black Friday sale starts, which when this podcast airs today, jump on the website. I'll have the link in the description below. Use code Carbon at checkout and save even more.
Yep.
And speaking of,
you can stack the
today,
discounts then, yeah?
Today's the 17th that we're doing this. And I'm looking at my, I've already got 5 for today. So people are still buying.
Yep. We're not waiting for the Black Friday sale.
They're like, hey, I need those lights now. Screw Black Friday. I need them now. Which we'll be ordering some stuff here soon.
It is kind of a trade-off because if we've got a lot of Diode repeat customers always upgrading their vehicles. So if you know how our people just buy a lot on Black Friday. So like honestly, if people are buying right now, it's because, hey, I'm gonna skip on saving. I just want to make sure I get it because I'm terrified it's gonna liquidate.
He did that for his Christmas birthday present. I ordered it. I could have saved more than $70, $100, but I knew they had one in stock and we were going to get it. So,
and it got here way quicker than they were expecting, because it was technically supposed to be for Christmas, but of course
showed up on his birthday.
With her having a bum arm, I'm backing into the driveway, and she said, hopefully, she said something about, and I was like, well, there's a box sitting on the front porch right now. She's like, well, crap.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, happy anniversary, and Merry Christmas.
Early. So
I was like, I couldn't believe she bought it in the first place.
Well, I was going to say, with this podcast being live, and the sale is hypothetically going on if viewers are watching, we will have 20% off site wide.
Does that include the D switch?
Yes.
Hugest discount on the D switch. So nice. Yes, and we're pretty stocked on those guys.
Dan, D switch 20% off.
Yes.
Use code Carbon.
Yeah, we have a friend that
use code Carbon.
Use code Carbon. Yeah, see,
shameless. The only thing there will be up to 30% off, but it will be for our hitch mount LED pods. So it's one of the
which
most
are
popular
super popular. I see those quite a bit.
That'll be 30 C1 and C1Rs and vehicle specific kits. The only thing excluded is new light bars and light bar kits. So you will not be able to get the 6 through the 50 discounted. But if you do buy them during the sale, if you do buy them during the sale, we have a promotion that I don't know if that really makes sense. Basically, if you spend 1,000, if you spend the first 100 orders that spend $1,000, you get a free pair of SS3s. So if you buy a 50-inch light bar over $1,000, you'll get a free pair of pods. So there's definitely some big orders that come through. Black Friday, like for an ambassador, we always emphasize team members to promote their code. You never know when someone's going to use it. I mean, we had somebody last year who had like 2 orders, one for like $4,000 and one for $5,000, fully outfitted the rig, used the code, and ambassador got some commission. So it's a big kickback. So
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, it also supports the enthusiasts. So if you use Thomas's code and you make a big purchase, it helps him.
It helps him give back, which he still needs to do. It's been sitting there.
So the giveaway. So I know this is later in the podcast, and probably we'll have 2 people still watching, but as Dustin would put it. But yeah, so this is what we need to do for the giveaway. So for TNS Adventure 1998, anybody that has subscribed to the YouTube channel, the Facebook page, the Instagram, and TikTok, you will get 1 entry per one. And then a bonus for anybody that jumps on the White Knuckle Nation off-road page, YouTube channel, because we're still trying to hit that 500 mark, you get an extra 2 entries.
Yeah. And what do you win? What's the giveaway for?
So we'll be giving away the SS3 pods, a set of pods, and also a set of rock lights.
Yes.
The solid white rock lights. And then there may be another bonus one in there. We'll just see, because of Black Friday.
Well, that's a really big thing that's awesome about like our ambassador program or team, as you would call it, is a lot of people or team members, I would like to say, they take their commission or they'll take advantage of an internal promo and they'll host a giveaway or some way to give back, whether it's a hitch mount pod or some ambassadors do really well, and there's plenty to go around. So they love to just get more product in users' hands. So it's cool. So just like you guys and quite a few others take advantage of, their own kickbacks to others. So.
Yep. And then we'll probably do this for maybe the next 30 days. And then we'll announce a winner.
Yeah.
Or winners.
It'll be winners.
Christmas giveaway.
Yes.
Yep.
Right before Christmas. Get them in the mail.
Yep.
Yep.
And then shipping will be free to whoever wins it. So we're going to cover the shipping cost as well.
Yeah, feel free by all means. As Thomas mentioned way earlier in the podcast, we do have a customer group called Diode Dynamics Insiders. I think there's over 6,000 people in there. It's very common with different brands in the industry to have a little customer group, but you all, by all means, feel free to promote the podcast. Feel free to post your giveaway. The only thing we really don't permit is like selling of used product. Kind of now is like restricted, but if you guys host your giveaway and you have a graphic or a photo, post away in the insiders group. Let our customer group, whether it's other Jeep owners or anybody, let them come support your channels. By all means, you can take advantage of that. So.
Much appreciated.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, we're about an hour, 40 minutes or so in. So, John, thanks for coming aboard and hanging out with us today. And it's been great.
Now you get to listen to all of our shenanigans at the tail end because, Sylvia, what did we do this week?
I'm so tired right now. I don't even remember.
You just heard me talk lights for almost 2 hours.
What was last Thursday?
What
was last Thursday?
Oh, Thomas crawled right up on top of that hill and then started to slide right down over that 50.
Yep.
It's 50.
He's
old.
Full-grown old man now.
Thomas turned 50
Full-grown old man.
WKN turned 2.
And Stacey and I got married 27 years ago.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I saw the birthday post, and I was like, no way. I was like, that 5 and 0 just
Geezer. Old.
He has tilted the hill now. So, but then what do we do?
How old are you, John?
About to turn 32.
I was going to say, he's a baby.
Thomas got underwear older than that.
They're little too. He wears those little man short things.
Thomas has started red.
What did you call them? Those swimming trunks that are so tiny? I call them girl shorts because girls wear boy shorts and you wear girl shorts.
I wear some pretty short shorts myself. I won't lie. They're like military. They're like military shorts. Yeah.
Yeah, except there could be surprises. It's a terrible plan.
But on the cruise, I had to tell him he could only wear them at the pool. That was the problem. He could not run around the ship in his.
You wanted to wear them to dinner?
Yeah, except then
I would have put up a button-up shirt.
Friends, like no. If people introduce themselves to you while you're wearing those, run away from them because they want.
Well, Thomas wouldn't talk to anybody for the longest time.
I wouldn't either.
The last 2 days.
You're on a cruise. You're on a cruise. Don't talk to nobody. They might try to be your friends.
No, because you don't want the. Well, literally, the day that we got on the boat, we got there early, and then before the boat even shipped out, we were like, you know what? Change clothes. Let's go hang out at the pool. Not even 5 minutes after we sat down at the pool,
a couple sat
right down next to us and said, "So, where are y'all from?"
Nowhere.
No.
Yeah.
Thomas thinks everybody's swingers on the cruise, so
I know we are not on here to make friends. I know, like
no.
I know what people do on these damn boats, and that's not what we're here for.
Well, just like y'all in the RV.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Justin was talking to some strangers yesterday morning. We're trying to like leave, and I hear him. I'm like, who the hell is he talking to? I walk out the back, and it's like this guy. I walk right back in the trailer. I'm like, nope. Not today. With nobody.
I thought they're disconnecting stuff. They just showed up. They're like, "Hey,
he's doing." Who talks to someone while they're doing the poop tank? Like,
yeah, that's a little odd.
Those are pretty big tires on that Jeep. Just go faster, Nathan. We have to leave.
Go faster. We gotta go. We have
to go right now.
For any loofahs. There may be a teal one hanging on it.
Yeah, I was gonna say
or
I only
black
saw
one.
teal ones hanging up.
Teal and black.
Oh,
Was
my
that it?
gosh.
Black and
Oh
teal?
my goodness.
I don't
Yeah,
remember.
John, don't look up
Yeah.
the loofah colors of what it's supposed to mean.
You can't. Nothing is safe. Nothing.
It's
is
a rabbit
safe
hole
anymore.
you don't want to go down.
Don't. Oh my God! Don't go down it. You'll be traumatized. You can't even just use white. Like you're like,
Can't
it's
use
fine. I'll just get.
loofahs. You can't have a star on your front door.
You can't have gnomes.
Gnomes in your front yard.
Definitely
Nothing.
can't have an upside down pineapple.
Flamingos.
No pineapples.
What did that person say yesterday? Someone said something yesterday too. And I was like, well, that's another new one. I feel like people are just making shit up. You can't have grass in your yard. If you have grass in your yard, you want to be friendly.
If you own an RV, if you go on cruises, no.
I have an RV because I don't want to be friendly and like a hotel. I don't want to see anybody in the morning. So there's the only people in my RV are us. I don't got to go to like a lobby.
Yeah.
Nothing.
And you don't want to drive your Jeep.
That's true. And I'm lazy. I'm lazy.
Which is why they drove the RV 3 hours away for one night.
Oh yeah, I slept in the recliner most of the way home yesterday. Thomas woke me up with the whatever. You're like, oh, I didn't know about that green light. I'm like, that's when he said something about a green light. And that's one's like, yeah, I didn't know. And I was like, yeah, definitely didn't know. I had no idea what was going on. I was in the recliner taking a nap with the dogs.
Where are we coming back from?
Oh, Turkey Bay, Land Between the Lakes.
Turkey Bay, Land Between the Lakes.
Yeah. Yeah.
For a nice little ride that David Fig of Cross Jeep put together. There was a bunch of us. There was at least 20, right at 20 Jeeps.
There was a lot.
Or so.
I don't know. There's a lot.
There was a bunch of us, but it was just a nice little stroll, easy ride, nothing crazy. Just to hang out, have fun.
But we're gonna go again when it gets warm and do like a big. They had a really big campsite area on the lake, like right on the lake. So we'll do
and
that.
And you can do night wheeling too.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that'll be fun.
They have some rowdier areas. We just have to get to them. But those that want to do that can, and those that don't, it's not like you can get lost. You can go out on your own and do it. So
just don't run
we'll set that up eventually.
Yeah, just don't run into the lake. But John, you're always invited to come on any of our excursions. As a matter of fact, we're going to Windrock
this weekend.
Actually, when this airs, we will be at Windrock.
We will be on the trail already. We'll already be on the trail,
or at least about to.
Because our friend Zach just can't get enough of us. So he
can't. He can't.
He's like, I think I'm going to go ahead and lead a ride. Like, well, sign us up.
And we're in it.
We're in it.
Our ride.
I think that's why he did one, and so we would just take up his whole thing, and then we could just do what he wants.
Well, then we wouldn't get stuck with someone who stunk either. So I'd rather
or cause issues or problems. Yeah, we've kind of heard some bad things about the wheeling with Warren or wheeling with the Great American Crawl with Mickey Thompson. Depending on who's leading, there's rumors of if you're not breaking your stuff, then they don't want you in their group.
Yeah.
We're hoping that that's
and
not
once you break it, they're
gonna do it for the gram.
More get you off.
And then they're gonna leave you abandoned.
Or abandoned you,
Leave you on your own.
But again, you never know.
As long as they got
People
content,
talk shit
right?
all the time. People probably say that shit about us, so and we ain't never.
No, we won't leave you stranded though. We will do everything we can to get you off the trail.
And if you're going to be dumb and break your shit, I'm going to record it.
Oh, of course.
Oh,
well, we're still going to be there to help you and record us trying to get you out.
Even if you're not in our group and break your shit, we're going to show up with the diode lights for lighting at night and get your ass off the trail.
Oh, yeah. We did that last weekend.
Roddy.
The broken axle.
Yeah.
So. He actually just posted Dynatrack is going to warranty that for him.
Oh, awesome.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude broke a Dynatrack HD Dana 44 at the knuckle.
Snapped the whole C off of it.
Yeah.
And that was it took us an hour and a half just to get to him. And he broke down in the most muddiest spot you could ever think of to break down in.
Facing the wrong way.
Which is a good thing that we used the mud puddle to turn him. So.
Yeah. So they literally, because the wheel was like this, so they used chain to help pull it in and hold it into
And a come
place. And
on.
they had a chain in the back, and then a winch line to help that hold, and then literally pulled him in the back into the middle, rear wheel drive to spin him around, and then somebody else hooked to the other side to spin him the rest of the way so that we could pull him out. It took us. It was about an hour and a half to get him out.
Yeah, it was a 3-hour.
It was
ordeal.
It was around 3
3
hours
hour
to
tour.
get. Time we left Hollerwood and got back to camp was about 3 hours.
But we all got to use all of our lights, so that was fun.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Yep. I just didn't get to use all of them because I was all the way in the back. So I just used the light bar, the 10-inch light bar.
That was all they needed, though.
Hey, that's a powerful bar. I tell you what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and it's just that one's the Pro that I had on there, because the light bar they have in just the 10-inch though is the max, correct?
We do offer. Do we offer?
Is it? Well, the 6-inch will probably be in max, but the 10-inch I think is just the only one with max. The other ones I think are just Pros. The 20 and up is Pro.
Yep.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we can close this out. Thanks, John, for joining us. It was a blast. It was fun as always. It's great seeing you.
Go check out Diode Dynamics Insider. There's a lot of information on there, so you can subscribe their Facebook.
Yeah, do their Facebook. They have a YouTube channel as well.
Instagram.
And then Instagram. And y'all do have TikTok, correct?
We do have, everything.
I know y'all are big on Instagram. Instagram's the biggest one.
Instagram and Facebook we post daily. We do TikTok and YouTube shorts as well. If you're looking for like really in-depth stuff, YouTube is like super educational. But if you're looking to get Diode and you want to know customers' perspective or questions, the Diode Dynamics Insiders Facebook group is like the best place in the world to like kind of start.
Yeah. So all right. Thanks again. And as always, like, subscribe, do all that cool fun stuff. And we will see y'all later.
See you next week.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate you.